Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This side Priya Bhatia, and in this video I will be talking about few common mistakes which I feel maximum students are doing while giving the interview. See, it's been a while that I am taking interviews with respect to DSA part for my company, and what I feel is that these are the few mistakes which I think if you will just focus on, you will be able to get a better advantage and you will be able to have a higher chance of shortlisting in the upcoming rounds. Okay, so please try to avoid as much as you can these 5 major mistakes which I'm talking about in this video. So let's get started. Now, the mistake number 1, which I feel maximum people nowadays are doing, that is the communication part. I always, used to share this, that how the communication is pretty much important. In, I think, maximum YouTube videos of mine, I have shared this part. Always remember that whenever someone is asking you about the coding, part of any of the question given in DSA, people usually think that the major task of them is to complete the test cases or run the test cases. That's fine. I think that's important. You are correct. But this is not the only thing. If, let's say, you will not able to handle all the test cases, that's completely fine if your communication skills are good. What I'm saying here is that whenever you are writing the code, whenever you're thinking like, okay, I will solve this question by this approach or that approach, I always used to say to the students whenever I used to do the mentorship, that always try to talk about the naive approach, a brute force approach, which is a layman approach which anyone can think of, and step by step go towards the optimization approach, where we will be having a lower time and the space complexity part. So whenever you're talking about the solution of any of the question, this is how basically you should convey to the interviewer that, okay, this is the very first thought which is coming in my head, and whatever thoughts you are having with respect to solving that question, please try to communicate them properly. It's very, very important skill. If you don't have, I think you will miss a very good opportunity in future as well. So if you don't have, please try to work upon this, because it's really important whenever someone is asking you about any of the coding question, even in the projects also, I would say, if you will not able to explain to them that what thoughts are you having with respect to that question and how you are trying to solve that, please don't stay silent. Okay, please don't see that, okay, if I run this code, then maybe someone will take you for the next round. It's not like that. Communication is very important. The second most important point which I feel everyone should work upon is handling the test cases. See, with respect to any of the question, obviously they will give you few test cases that you have to run. Now what you have to do is, once you will be able to get the approach, you need to check it out that whether that approach is working for all the test cases given to you or not, or is that like it is working only for 1 or 2 test cases. So your work, your approach, your optimization part should work for all the test cases. Then only you can say that, okay, this is a correct solution. With respect to the second point, we can come as a follow-up to the third point, that whenever you're trying to solve any code, dry run your code. Okay, I have seen many people, what they are doing is that they're directly jumping towards writing a code on the platform. They're in that hurry. See, interviewer is not here to rejecting you. They really want to hire you. Why? Because company spends a lot of money in terms of getting that good candidate in their company. So always make sure that, whenever you are trying to do any solution, whenever you're trying to write any solution, dry run it with the help of, copy pen if you have. And if you are having a virtual interview, you can open the paint part, you can open the scribble ink, you can open the notepad, any editor you can open, and you can just try to tell to them that, okay, this is the approach which I'm getting. Let me first of all myself take it a lead and check it out that whether it is working or not. So let me dry run the code. This helps the interviewer to indicate that, okay, this person is a systematic person who usually loves to handle all these things in a systematic manner. He's not going directly, or she's not going directly towards writing the code part on the platform. This is a major, blunder that you're doing if you are directly approaching towards solving a code. I always say that please try to, first of all, focus on the logic. try to dry run it. And once you will think like, okay, this is working perfectly fine, once you dry run that, then only start writing the code. Writing code is very easier task if you will be able to dry run your code and it is working perfectly fine for all the test cases. Coming to the next important point, fourth point, which I feel everyone should understand is, always remember that in every of the platform you will observe that some constraints are given to you. Please try to check those constraints. Handling those constraints is also very important. So whatever edge cases are given to you, it's really important to understand that and accordingly try to change your approach. For example, I will give you one simple example. If you will go to the LeetCode platform and try to check, there are two problems. One is Fibonacci series, another one is climbing stairs. If you will observe, both the problems are of similar approach, right? If anyone is not aware about that, you can just refer my DSA using Python playlist or Fang DSA series. You will be able to get the point which I'm trying to convey here, right? So there are two problems. You will go and check it out. In one problem, they are taking a value of n as very small, like 1 to 30. In another problem, they're taking the value of n as 1 to 40. Like in Fibonacci series, I think they're taking 1 to 30 as far as I remember. And in climbing stairs, they're taking a value bigger than 30. So in Fibonacci series, it is working in a naive approach as well. All the test cases are passing. But in climbing stairs, if you will solve via that similar approach, you will not able to get the correct answer. Either you have to use a DP approach, right, to store the function calls values, then only you will be able to get the result and it will be able to handle all the test cases. By saying that, what I mean to say that you just need to have that mindset that, okay, what are the constraints given to me? What is the value of n? What is the range given to me? I have to handle all those test cases pretty well, right? This is the fourth important point which I feel everyone should be aware of. And the last but not the least, I would say, is that usually what happens when we learn, for example, arrays you have learned and you are solving the topic questions with respect to arrays, whatever interview questions I have been asked. Similarly, let's say in future you have studied trees, then you have solved the interview questions of trees, then you have studied graphs, then you're solving for the graphs, then you're solving for DP because you have studied DP. So what happens is that our mind is trained in a way that, okay, just now I have studied DP, so I am solving the problems of DP. But when you are going directly to the interviews, you will be able to get any of the problem. Now you are unaware that, okay, from which topic it belongs to, right? And you get really confused. That's why I always say that it's very important that once you will be able to cover up complete DSA end to end, whatever be the important topics we have, try to solve multiple problems and don't go topic wise in that scenario. Because you should have that understanding that, okay, given a problem, for which topic it belongs to. Either I can solve this problem via arrays or it will be solved by linked list. Either I can use a divide and conquer approach or I have to use here DP only. Either I can solve via greedy approach or I have to use some other normal recursive approach to solve that. So please try to understand that at each and every point of time, given any set of problem if I'll try to provide you, you should be aware that which particular topic it belongs to and how I can solve this problem. So what usually happens is that the learning pattern is in such a way that we get confused at the end of the day. So please try to get your fundamentals correct. That's the very first thing. Second thing, practice your questions, that's fine. But once you will be able to complete and cover up the content, try to jumble up the questions and solve it and see whether you will be able to identify that with respect to what kind of algorithm and what kind of data structure I should use to solve that problem. It's again really important aspect. Don't miss this particular part in your preparation strategy. Okay, so I hope that these 5 mistakes now you must have written it down somewhere and you will try to avoid it as much as you can, right? I hope that this video will be insightful for all those who are preparing for an interviews in any of the product based companies, in MNCs or the startups, right? With this, I would like to end this video and I'll see you all very soon in the upcoming videos where now we will discuss further interesting tips and tricks with respect to DSA and data science. And if you haven't seen or checked it out yet, I am also conducting many live sessions in the Python programming playlist. Please do join that if you're not aware about that as well. You can be easily able to find all the playlists in my YouTube channel very easily in a very structured manner. Please go and check it out. And please do share these videos with each and everyone. It would really help me to, widen the audience and it will really help me to get that support which is really important to grow this channel, right? With this, happy learning to all. Bye bye everyone, and I'll see you all very soon in the upcoming videos.